So, where are we off to now?
Sounds good.
Questions? I expected as much.
What is the Chantry of Ariel?
This is, or was, the epicenter of our religion. Most of the Snow Elf people worshipped Ariel. The Chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those that wish to become enlightened.
Most Snow Elves?
Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, Ciribane, Yffrey, and Finister rounded out the rest. But those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the Chantry and its wayshrines.
The wayshrines are part of the Chantry, then?
Oh yes. They were an important part of the process here. They represented the steps the initiates took on the path to total enlightenment. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before I arrived here. May Ariel watch over you.
Who are the spectral prelates you mentioned?
They're ghosts of the Snow Elf priests that tended the wayshrines before being slaughtered by the betrayed. Through the grace of Ariel, they were restored to their spectral form to enable them to continue their duties.
Good. They should be able to help us.
I'm afraid in their current form, they still believe the Chantry to be an active center of worship. They won't respond to you in any way other than believing that you're an initiate and you're undertaking the journey to the inner sanctum.
Who were your people?
We were once a wealthy and prosperous society that occupied a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home.
It appears the Nords won.
In a manner of speaking. We had always maintained an uneasy alliance with the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price. The blinding of our race.
Everyone couldn't have possibly agreed to that.
There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain.
What turned your people into the betrayed?
I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin. Certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become.
Why weren't the Snow Elves here affected?
The Chantry is quite isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene.
Is that why you had retained your sight?
Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the Nords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people.
You mean the betrayed?
Yes. They swarmed the Chantry in vast numbers until we were completely overrun. We never really stood a chance. I assumed that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner sanctum.
There are others here like you.
Verther and myself are the only two Snow Elves that remain. May Ariel watch over you.
That wasn't as unpleasant as I thought it would be. Kind of soothing, actually. I feel a little warmer now. Are you all right? Oh, it's on. Are you alright? Let me know if you need anything. Weapons up. I sense something. Did you even see them coming? Never mind. Let's do this. Huh! These are some tough opponents. Keep your guard up. Good night. Weapons up. I sense something. Close quarters it is then.
I have no time for your games.
That was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good. Well, you asked for it. I'm not someone to be trifled with. Who's there? Close quarters. Stay on your guard. Who's there?
Not like this.
Not very impressive.
Not like this.
Stay away from him! Teamwork right there.
Weapons up. I sense something. At least make it interesting.
Pull chains and traps. Be careful here. Whatever's on the other side of this, the Falmer wanted to keep there. I'm not someone to be trifled with.
What is it, my love? If you run into any trolls, just remember they're more scared of you than you are of them. Well, probably.
Are you seeing this? It's fantastic. I think there's another wayshrine up there. Here we go.
Welcome, Initiate. This is the Wayshrine of Illumination. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment?
Yes.
Then behold Ariel's gift, my child. May it light your path as you seek tranquility within the inner sanctum.
I'm glad you're here.
What's on your mind?
I was just thinking, how would I describe you to someone who's never met you? Fearless? Clever? Dashing? No. I think it's your kindness that really sets you apart, actually. You always try to help people, and it's uncanny how you can always tell when someone needs your aid, too. I never did get how.
You ever think about what's next? I've always fancied visiting the Somerset Isles.